welcome. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. This is Breaking Ground and I'm Heena Gambhir. Viewers, let's tell you about the top 3 stories we are tracking today on Breaking Ground this evening. First up, amid the showdown over the caste survey in Karnataka, BJP has leveled a big charge and BJP has accused the Congress party of inflating the numbers as far as Muslim population is concerned. Is the Muslim population really exaggerated? That's the debate on Breaking Ground. Next, we talk about the hectic action in the BJP camp. Amid the hectic parleys in the national capital, what's the inside scoop? Who is going to be the next BJP president? Well, Times Now gets you the inside track on Breaking Ground. Later, we talk about the gruesome crime where an air hostess was brutalized in a private hospital in Gurugram. Is it time for stricter laws to prevent crimes against women? We will get you the Janta's take on the Breaking Ground this evening. But first up, the big story that we have for you. Remember, viewers, Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, had said, "Jitni abadi, hame pata hoga ki abadi kitni hai." When we know how much is the population. First, it was Telangana, and now there is a lot of confusion over the caste survey in Karnataka as well. Census or caste survey, viewers, we know in India is much more than numbers, and the statements around it must be seen with a lens of politics. Now, Karnataka conducted the caste survey way back in 2015. And a decade later, finally, in 2025, the government has decided to make the survey of the state's social, economic and educational demography public. And the confusion around it has already begun. Vocaligas and Lingayats are keeping a close eye. Politics around Muslim population and the reservation recommendation has already begun. In fact, the Bharatiya Janata Party has flagged not one, but several discrepancies in the report. For more on this, let me straight away go across to my colleague Imran, who is joining us live right now. Imran, can you explain to us the key highlights, the key discrepancy with respect to the Muslim population that have been raised by the Bharatiya Janata Party few hours before this particular report is discussed in the cabinet in Karnataka?
Well, absolutely, Heena. There's a lot of confusion as to the survey itself because the government is saying it's not a caste survey. It's a socio-economic survey of the entire communities in Karnataka. Now, over this one particular issue is about contentious about the population of Muslims. How much is it? And whether, as far as the government recommendation is, that 8% should be reserved for the Muslim population, proportionate to the population numbers are. Now, there is 76 lakhs, I beg your pardon, numbers is shown as the government, and it says that it's 12% of the total population. However, when it comes to the reservation category is concerned, it is showing 18% out of the 75 lakhs. How is that be possible if there is number is less? Also, the proportion is 18%, and over that the government is recommended as 8% under the 2B category. The BJP is raising questions over this. There's a lot of confusion as to the government has to clear it up as to what is the survey numbers. Is it misleading? Is it government deliberate in trying to show that proportionate number of Muslims has been increased in that, and 18% what they're trying to show? Is it only within the OBC that they're showing that 18%, as some Congress insiders are suggesting, that the survey numbers are not mismatching? It is in fact what is showing that 18% is within the OBC community. However, a direct, clear response from it has not come from the government or neither from the commission's chairman, despite several requests from the Times Now to clear the air about it, as BJP is saying that in order to please the minority community, the government is inflating the numbers of the population and demanding 8% reservation, claiming that they're 18% of the population. That is the whole confusion about it, whereas the caste census shows as 76 lakhs as 12% of the total population, whereas this, as far as the recommendation is concerned, it is saying as 18% with 75 lakh population and demanded for 8% reservation, as the commission has suggested. The commission has said that they will get back to us, as despite several requests from Times Now, so far the commission hasn't clarified on this issue.
All right, Imran, thank you very much for the moment for joining us and putting things in perspective for our viewers. Now, viewers, the report was played placed before the state cabinet last week and is set to be discussed at a cabinet meeting tomorrow. Remember, caste census has been a poll plank for Rahul Gandhi. When another Congress-ruled state, Telangana, carried out a similar exercise and the report was tabled, even that had several discrepancies. Listen in now to the politics that we are seeing happening around the Karnataka report.
Caste census of Karnataka conducted by Kantraj, headed actually by Sidramaya in 2015, seems to be having a lot of dichotomies. One of the dichotomy is Islamic followers in Karnataka, they say that 76 lakhs 99,472, accounting to 12.89% of the population. They show that there is 104 groupings of Islamic followers in Karnataka. In this, they also say that the number of people who are present in category 1 and category 2A are also been added to category 2B. There are 6 castes in category 1, 8 castes in category 2A, and 1 caste which is Islamic follower is also listed in SCs. All their population put together is 75 lakhs 99,000. Whereas category 1 also they are there, category 2A also they are there, and then additionally 2B, the Islamic followers are there. Which one is the actual population of Islamic followers? Mr. Sidramaya should clarify.
ಯಾವ ವರದಿಗೂ ನಮ್ಗೇನು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯಾರು ತಪ್ಪನ್ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ತಯಾರಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಎ ಡೀಟೈಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸೈಸ್, ಸೋಶಿಯೋ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಸರ್ವೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಏನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾರ, 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ಜನ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿರೋಧ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯವರು ಕೆಲವು ಗೊಂದಲ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ.
So let's try and decode the whole confusion that's there around the caste survey report of Karnataka before, of course, it is discussed in the cabinet tomorrow. Joining us on this debate is Dr. Sudha R. Halkai, BJP spokesperson. We have Syed Asad Abbas, who's a political analyst, also live with us right now. Good evening to both of you. Thank you for joining us here on Times Now. Syed Asad Abbas, like I said in the beginning, you know, for Rahul Gandhi also, caste census has been a poll plank, and finally the Congress party has decided that the caste survey report of Karnataka should also be made public. The question really is that, जितनी आबादी उतना हक तो तभी मिल पाएगा जब हमें पता होगा कि आबादी असल में है कितनी. Why is there so much of confusion, with respect to the Muslim population in the state of Karnataka? We saw, similar kind of discrepancies in the state of Telangana as well. Is the BJP right in saying that for the Congress party, for the Congress-led government in Karnataka, it's appeasement that's more important than actually assessing the reality on the ground?
Heena ji, I've always believed with great power, there's great responsibility and equal accountability. The Bharatiya Janata Party at the first given behest would like to target the Congress party and the government here. The fact that they need to understand that the Congress party here does not work only for the Muslims. It works for the Hindus, Christians, Sikhs, Lingayats, Vokaligas, every single Kannadiga who's present here in Karnataka. Also now the whole debate that rises here, let me enlighten and educate my friends of the BJP. This is a much larger question that you've made. Tomorrow they are most welcome to be a part of the cabinet meeting, April 17, which is taking place in the Vidhana Saudha, where the same report will be discussed, of which the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Sidramaya ji, has stated that in the year 2014, he commissioned the caste census. And based on that report, he has personally categorically stated, and I'd like to quote Hindustan Times on this, he has said there is 95% accuracy on the report, 94% in the urban areas, 98% in the rural areas. And that is not all. This is also open to dialogue, discussion with the respective parties, ministries, all of that. TK Shivkumar ji, who's the Deputy Chief Minister, has also stated over the last several years, 1 lakh people have worked on this front. So saying that this is false, this is wrong, so on and so forth, mars their hard work and efforts. It's open to discussion, and the Congress party, the BJP, can keep their hand on their heart and say that relax, nothing is final yet. There'll be discussions which will be open to.
So, Dr. Sudha, the view coming in is that, do not worry, it's open to discussion. The report that's going to be made public, it's not final really. And of course, this has been the view of the Congress netas as well all through this day, ever since this whole confusion around the report started. So who is creating confusion? Is BJP creating confusion? Because, as some people say, is concerned about consolidation that could really happen after this report is made public?
There is a saying in Hindi that दाल में कुछ काला है. यहाँ पे दाल में कुछ काला नहीं, पूरा दाल ही काला है यहाँ पे. And this confusion is created by none other than Mr. Siddaramaiah, who is known to follow the school of thought of divide and rule. Earlier also, when he was the chief minister, he has created a lot of controversies among the Vaishya Lingayats, and now also when he's come up with the caste census. My question is, when Kantraj Commission had given the report in 2015, why didn't he table the reports? Why did it take so much long time? And there has to be an intervention of Jai Prakash Hegde because of some political purpose. And now they have come up with these records. And now, let me tell you, these records is absolutely invalid because there are so many micro communities and other backward communities which have been put below the carpet. I mean, it was more than 382 communities have not been mentioned here at all. And I, being a Vaishya Lingayat, we held meetings around 3,000 to 5,000 people had gathered, and total sub-communities in the Vaishya Lingayats is more than 65 to 70. And in the Jai Prakash Hegde, it is only 18 sub-committees, and in Kantraj, it is only 10. Now you tell me, let me not go too much into detail about this one. When I myself know what is going on over here with only one community, there's so much of controversy, confusion. Does the smell of appeasement politics not to be seen here? There is so much, there can't be so much of distraction, so much of gap between the population of one community 10 years back, and now all of a sudden, why will the graph go down? And did they count during the COVID, so many deaths have taken place and other things, and so many scientific methodology have come to do the caste census? Have they done it? No. And after 1831, the caste census has not been done. Take it Nehru, take it Indira Gandhi, take it Rajiv Gandhi. Why didn't they go into caste census?
And
why
Syed Asad Abbas, aren't these valid points that the BJP has raised? We have an example from Telangana also. There were discrepancies. The state government had to order another round of the survey.
Firstly, in respect to Telangana, the respective political parties like the BRS, the Bharatiya Rashtra Samiti, was also invited. They did not take part in it. But later...
No, I'm talking about discrepancies, clearly. Because here also, that's the BJP's allegation. And we have seen how in the past as well, the focus of the government, Congress government in Karnataka, has been to appease a certain minority community. Don't you remember awarding contracts also on the basis of religion, special reservation for Muslim community in public contracts as well?
Heena ji, that's a very good question, very important question. I will answer that. Many a times the Bharatiya Janata Party, including the spokesperson here, has said that Congress works only for the Muslims. I come from Karnataka. I've lived here all my life. And I can tell you, had Congress only been appeasing us Muslims here, ma'am, Congress party would not be the ruling government here. It would be the Bharatiya Janata Party. The fact, if you take 224 seats in Karnataka, 136...
Results is what matters. The question of result is not what matters.
Don't interrupt, please. Allow me to... No, this is not fair. Heena ji, I did not interrupt. This is not fair. This is not fair.
Okay. Syed Asad Abbas, quickly finish your point. Dr. Sudha will then respond.
Ma'am, I did not interrupt you. Please
go
allow
ahead,
me to
Syed
make
Asad
my point.
Abbas.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. So 136 out of 224 MLAs. This shows the fact that the Vokaligas, Veera Shaiva Lingayat, or the Sadara Lingayat, or the Christians, Hindus, Muslims, everybody, including the SC, ST, OBCs, voted for the Congress party. Not just that, even in the recently held elections, if Congress was only appeasing Muslims, why would 3 seats which were recently held by-elections, it was won by the Congress party?
The problem, Syed Asad Abbas, is that the discrepancy has come around the population of of Muslims only.
No
That is
discrepancy.
something that has been highlighted, that why
No
is it that only
discrepancy.
around, Muslim population, we have seen one discrepancies in the number of people, the total population, and also the reservation recommendation that
Heenaji,
follows to.
Heenaji,
Dr.
no,
Sudha
no,
wants
no.
to respond now.
Heenaji.
Dr. Sudha.
Heenaji,
I'll tell
BJP
you. Hina, I'll tell you. I'll
Yes.
tell you. It is the
Syed
Bharatiya
Asad
Janata
Abbas, you've
Party.
made your point. Let others also respond now.
See, it is the Bharatiya Janata Party which had which had constituted a special commission for the backward community, and it had come up with a special secretariat. And it is our Honorable Prime Minister who said, "Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas, and Sabka Vishwas." And our motto is to reach to the poorest of the poor people, irrespective of anything. This is what we have been preaching as well as practicing to the core. And now, what Mr. Syed Abbas is saying, if they had come into appeasement politics and none of they wouldn't have come into power. Mr. Syed Abbas, this is only within these 2 years after the Congress government was formed, we are seeing so much of appeasement politics. So much of appeasement politics. The law and order has completely collapsed in Karnataka, and I feel so very sorry to say that one of the progress state in the entire country has become a Bimaru state. And Mr. Siddaramaiah is known for his diversion tactics, because Karnataka is burning today with the price hike, with the collapse of law and order, and with everything negative. Today, Karnataka is burning, and that is why the
Right.
diversion tactics is taking
No,
place.
no, I need to come
and
to
one
this.
thing, Supreme Court has given a clear cut of a capping
Okay,
of 50%.
10
for the
seconds, Syed Asad Abbas. Quick
50%
counter. I'll have to
of
wind up this
Now-
debate then.
Yeah. Now, ma'am is saying that Karnataka is burning, law and order collapse. Ma'am, please, you take down the Congress party, but please with folded hands, not my state. Karnataka state GDP has grown by 7.4%.
GDP might have grown, but the government, we all know, is not able to manage the finances. I mean, that is a reality. Come on, Syed Asad Abbas. We've been also reporting on the number of price hikes that the people of Karnataka have had to, see in the last few months.
Allow me to make my point, please.
Okay,
The state
okay.
GDP,
Very quickly,
the
please,
state
very
GDP
quickly.
has outpaced the national growth by 6.2%. Karnataka is the second largest contributor of GSDP of our beautiful country of
That
India.
is why
And
perhaps the
Karnataka is
guarantees that the
burning.
government had promised, that the party had promised before coming to power, are not being fulfilled properly.
You want to grow
Well,
this?
of course, we'll discuss the finances some other day, but today the focus is on the caste survey and the confusion that has already started. Thank you very much for now. I'm completely out of time. Dr. Sudha, as well as Syed Asad Abbas, appreciate both of you for joining us here on this debate. The focus is going to be on the survey and the, details that will come out in the cabinet meeting tomorrow. For the moment, thank you for joining us.